Hello everyone, in this tutorial we're going to see functions, direct method. We say that in the direct method, functions are not involving with pointers and addresses. So here we're going to see functions without pointer and addresses. The next thing we are going to see will be the data structures. And the data structure is going to give us an introduction to object-oriented programming. So be very attentive when we are going to see pointers and addresses in the indirect method of function in C++. So I've already seen that in C, and we said that we can have a function addition. The first thing to do with function is to give a prototype of the function. And let's say we have a function of type integer. The function of type integer is going to, let's say it's going to be addition. So addition of, I'm going to put an integer of the value a inside, and I'm also going to place integer of the value b. So this is a prototype of my function up here. So this is a prototype. Now, when I have this prototype, I'm now capable of doing a function down here. So my function will be function addition. So I need first to put the data type, I press addition. Now when I have addition, I simply need to place the values inside. I have int a and I have int and b here as such. So when I have this, I open my function and do my actions. I know that add, I now need to declare another variable inside my function. I place that variable add will be equals to a plus b. Now here I know that I have to return the value of add. So this is by the direct method. I'm not going to use pointers and addresses here. It's a simple method. So I will return the value of add. So you have function direct method. Now here I'm going to say that in here I'm going to say count the value of addition is, so that I need to place a double quote here. I need to place a double quote here. Cancel this and place another double quote here. So this is the function addition. Now before I place the addition here, I need to place the numbers that I'm going to enter into the function. So I now know that, let's say there's int number one. Number one is a variable. Let's say number one is a variable. Number one is a variable. So number one equals to, let's say number one equals to 12. And we also have an other integer, int number 2. So number 2 is another variable without a space, please. If you want to put a space, better put an underscore. So number 2 is a variable, let's say 15. Now I'm not going to use pointer addresses here. In order for me to perform the action, I'm just going to call this value into my function. Now in order to give the return value into the function, the easy way of doing it is by placing directly inside the count, as we did with the printf in the C program. So you place it directly inside the count. So you do it as such. You say now addition, that's a function addition. Now you place it inside int a. You have int a here, a, you place the value of a. Now you say that by direct method will be number 1 directly, and place comma number 2 directly here. You have this, place your semicolon. So number 1, number 2. Addition number 1, number 2. You have this, add return as such. Now when you have this, you can now compile and build to see how your answer will be. So you have this, the value of addition is 27 exactly. So this is the answer that has occurred. Now this is the first method when you want to do a direct method. Now the second way of seeing function is with indirect method. The indirect method of a function, here you are going to be involved with address and pointers. So the first thing to put here is that this will be a pointer and this will be a pointer too. Now these two are pointers. The next thing to put in mind is that we initially agreed on one statement of the SH algorithm that the pointer of an address of a variable is going to be the variable. Let's try to prove back that statement. We initially agreed, or we have to agree, that if you have a pointer, let's say pointer p is equals to the address of number. Now if you have this statement is direct, or it actually means what we can think when we superficially see this statement is that the pointer of p is address of number. But this is false, because actually it is the p which is equals to the address of number, and it is the pointer of p which is equals to the variable number. So it is actually confusing, this statement. When we initialize this statement, it actually means that p is going to be the address of the number and the pointer p is going to be the number itself. So if we add up this statement and this statement, which are the true statement of this meaning, you can see it back when you have seen the proofs in C. So when you add up this statement, you take this and you place it inside. P here is the address of number, you place it inside here. So you are going to have the pointer of the address of number equals to the variable number. So we see this statement is a key statement that I'm going to use in this tutorial to see pointers. We see from here that this have initialized the function addition as a pointer, or the return value of the function addition as a pointer, here too as a pointer. Now this is the indirect method, so I'm going to receive the values. Now I'm going to, here I want to assign this value. I wish to assign this value of the return value addition now to a value in the main function. So let's say I'll have a value in the main function called add1. That's the value in the main function I want to initialize. I want to place the return value into it. So I will say here that add1 is equals to, so how will I do it? In order for it to contain the value that has been placed here. First thing to know that is that I'm involved with the indirect method. So I'm going to send the value addition. When you have addition here, you place the address of the address of number 1. You have address of number 1 and comma number 2 here, like as such. So you have add1 addition address of number 1, and you have also address of number 2. Now we initially agreed that when you want to contain an address in a function, you receive an address, it's best to receive an address with a pointer. So this inside the function will be a pointer, and here too will also be a pointer as such. So when you have this, you are going to receive and you earn as such. Now let's compare and build. You see that there's an error which is shown here, and the error is because it does not understand this meaning. As you have seen in C, you cannot assign directly the function to a variable, so this is not understandable. So in order to rectify this, we need to pass up to this statement. We said that from the statement of this book, of this tutorial, we see that the pointer of address of number is number. So here we show that here we are assigning the return value of this is the pointer, this is the pointer of return value of the addition. Now what you have to note is that the return value is the address of addition. So if you sum of these two statements, this first statement say that the return value will be pointed, and the second statement says that the return value is the address of addition, of add. So when you add up this statement, it means that it is pointer of address of add. So when we use now the statement of the SHRTB in this tutorial of pointer of address of number equals to number, it implies that when you add up these two, this add one will contain add. So we are going to now put a pointer here, and when we have a pointer here, we compile. The first problem, invalid operand int, binary operator 1. So you place int addition, you place add on the next line. So the invalid operation here is because of the asterisk A and asterisk B are the one which are involved with the operation. So since they are the one which are involved with the operation, I should not involve here with A and B again. So it will be asterisk A, and here it will be asterisk B, because they are the one which are receiving the addresses. So this is when we have the pointer of A equals to number, we are going to have this statement. So it's actually meaning that this pointer is going to contain number 1, and we are going to perform the action. Are you seeing from this indirect statement? So this statement does not mean this. When you have this, because this pointer is actually going to the address of number 1, but this pointer A is going to contain number 1. That's different. So pointer A is going to contain number 1, and when you are performing this action, you are saying indirectly that number 1 plus number 2 is equals to add. And here you are placing the address of add here, and you are doing the point of address of add is going to be returned to add variable in the main function. So when you do that, you compile and run. So when you place a semicolon here, you arrange everything, add with the different asterisks. You now come and place add 1 here, because it's going to contain the value of add. You place now that add 1 into a value of add. You place that add into a value of add 1. Then we compile and run. When we compile and run, we have exactly 27. So we see that add 1 is now going to contain the value of add. So this will show, this will from the summary of all this is that functions can be seen with a direct method and an indirect method. And the indirect method is much more useful than direct method, because they are straightforward and they are showing the location of the variable in the memory space, rather than just by default where the location is taken by the compiler, and they can be easy have an error. So this will end the mark of functions in C++. Thanks for your kind attention.